Welcome to JML Recording. My name is Joshua Lutz, and I have completely lost my mind. This is as many dynamic mics as I could fit on this table. I wish I could show you all of them, but I think this is enough. We're going to test a wide array of microphones I would use that could cover pretty much every recording situation from here until AI completely takes over the human race. I'm starting with an SM7B. Why? Because y'all know it. The only thing better than an SM7B is an SM7B plugged into a Dolby 361 with a vocal stressor mod. Check out my video all about that and why it's amazing and why you should buy one from me. Some of the fun mics I want to test today are going to be the UNIDYNE and the UNISPHEREs. This is the line, the progression of SM58s. Each one sounds pretty different. Early SM57s were called the 5455D UNIDYNE. This is an early SM57, but it's not a 57. The evolution of the 55D is the PE54D and then the SM57. But I digress. We shall get there. I've got a D12, D20, and a D25. They all sound pretty different, which is pretty rad. Can I just tell you, one of the best vocal mics I've heard in a long time? MD421. When's the last time you took it off one of your drum toms and put it on a vocal? My gosh, those mics sound good. You know what else sounds amazing that you're going to hear today? Holy moly, guacamole, the AKG D24. The AKG D24 is one of my favorite vocal mics of all time. We're going to get into it. Don't worry. Don't you worry. The D19. Not a huge fan. Everyone loves this freaking mic. Ringo loved it above his drums. Also, it's hard to find a good D19. Most of them are trashed by now. Blah, 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 yakety schmackety. Josh, let's talk more rock. Okay, how are we going to test these mics? I don't have a 100-channel SSL to plug all of them into at the same time and test guitars, bass, drums, vocals, and all that. Plus, I have a session in literally an hour. I probably should not have done this. I certainly don't have time to do this, but I really want my wonderful audio community to experience this with me. So let's start with the SM58s. We are using a DV1073 and that's a little too hot. There we go. So there you go. We just learned something. These are high gain. That's pretty amazing because a lot of people don't know this. The original UNISPHERE 1 was introduced in 1939. I mean, most people in 1939 were still talking and singing into button microphones. Button microphones used carbon elements. Over the decades, however, over the last 100 years, these microphones are all trash because the carbon element inside absorbs moisture and they become junk, unfortunately. However, I refurbished them for film here in New York City. That microphone was used on the Timothée Chalamet movie Marty Supreme, as was this beautiful Bakelite mic and a whole bunch of these others. You'll see this brown bull, or brown bullet as it's known, used quite a bit in that film as well. All microphones will represent something inside of the human hearing of frequency range, which is 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz or 20 kilohertz. Also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the frequency chart right here so you can see right now. This is the SHURE UNIDYNE 1. This is the frequency chart. See a little bump right there. Beautiful microphone. Okay, this one has a much lower gain. We do want proper gain staging. We're using the same mic and no EQ on all of these. Wow. So this mic takes about 70 dB of gain to sound good. This is a UNISPHERE 1 from 10 years later. Then, whoa, listen to that, high gain. Now we crank it way down to like 50 dB where this mic sounds good. And you can tell that the label on it says SHURE SM58. For the first time, it's no longer a UNIDYNE microphone. However, it's a completely different logo and graphic. This mic does have a better bass response and proximity effect in my opinion. Okay, here's a modern SM58. I mean, there it is, right? There's the sound. I'm using a quad star XLR cable, by the way, into a Neve 1073. No EQ, no compression, just dry right into Pro Tools through an Apollo X16, which I love these converters. They sound good, don't they? Even through YouTube's crap algorithms. This is the PG58. It's the cheap version of the SM58. And as my plosives come out, PTS. It has really bad handling noise too. They're like $40. Somebody left this at my house. I didn't even buy it. Now we have the Beta 87, which is a condenser hypercardioid mic in the SHURE SM lineup. The Beta 87, believe it or not, is one of my favorite tom mics because it is hypercardioid. It's also really clean. Sounds great. This one is from the record plant that closed in New York City. Pretty cool. And look at that, my plosives aren't bothering it as much. All right, and here is an Austrian-made AKG D170E. 1968, I believe this mic came out. This was their answer to the SHURE SM58. Okay, now we have the SHURE SM57. Although it's not a 57, the early SHURE 57s were chrome with black heads, and they were called UNIDYNEs. This one is a 545 SD. There was an engineer at SHURE called Ernie Seeler, S-E-E-L-E-R, a famous engineer. He's the guy that pushed this microphone. He's the proponent of this mic. We have to thank him for all the awesome rock and roll and heavy metal and punk guitar tones that we get off these cabinets with these simple microphones. This is the earliest iteration and one of my favorite mics. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, test. All right, and here is an identical one from the same year, different mic. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, test. Pretty similar. You'll notice that some of these mics, like the RE series of the ELECTROVOICE, sound wildly different from specimen to specimen. The SHUREs famously hold up very well over time. You could throw these things out a 10-story window and they're going to sound great. Well, that's not true at all, but they're pretty durable. All right, and this is the UNIDYNE PE54D. This was a mid-70s release, and I gotta say, this mic, least favorite of the series. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, test. All right, and the earliest SM57, the UNIDYNE 3 SM57. These mics get a pretty penny on eBay. Plosives. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, test. And now a modern SM57. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, test. Here's another one, a varying degree of condition. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, test. Okay, and that takes us to my second favorite dynamic microphone on this table and in the rest of my studio. This is the utilitarian mic of the 70s. This was the SM58 when you didn't have a 58. This mic was everywhere. Everyone threw them on drums and vocals and guitar cabinets. They just are killer microphones. One of my favorite. Joshua Rua at Kismet Recording Studios in Brooklyn, who has Patti Smith's Electrodyne console, one of my favorite studios in Brooklyn. I have a whole bunch of videos with him on this channel. This is his favorite dynamic mic of all time. He uses it exclusively on all his drum toms. They're really great. Here is an earlier version. It's the silver body with an on and off switch. It also has a roll-off switch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, test. Another silver-bodied. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, test. Okay, back to that gold body. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, test. Oof. And another. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, test. Isn't that a beautiful mic? Run, don't walk, and get yourself a 6548. All right, another great kick-around mic. People seem to be obsessed with. I'm not a huge fan of it. It's a cool mic. It's one of my least favorite ELECTROVOICE microphones, and I'm a big ELECTROVOICE fanboy. It's the 635A. This is a great pass-around interview mic. It's been used on a lot of indie records. The cool thing about it is it's still in production, which is pretty rad. Here's its older uncle, the 631A. Ooh, we got much lower levels. Hold on. Gotta be a fair fight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, test. And I happen to have a slightly newer one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, test. My favorite ELECTROVOICE next to the RE15 and RE16. This mic is amazing. One of my favorite drum mics of all time as well. Check. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, test. Okay, and the CALRAD DM18. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, test. Crap. The 665, now we're getting into the high-end stuff. The 666 is the most popular flagship of the series. I just recently sold one for $1,000. Those mics are killer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, test. I'm very sorry to report that the 664 is not working. This is the microphone I used with Edward Norton and Timothy Chalamet in A Complete Unknown. This is the iconic mic. I have like 3 of these laying around. You know what? Hold on. Let me get the other one. All right, this one's got a little noise, but you get the idea. Check. Model 664. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, check. Here's a good... Whoa. Here's a good example of mics that sound completely different from one to the other. This is an RE50. You probably have an RE320 in your studio. This is an omnidirectional dynamic microphone. And listen how much better the other one sounds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, check. This one was owned by the Reed Broadcasting Company in Spokane, Washington, and they took very good care of it. It sounds way better. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, check. This is a modern 320. I love this mic. This mic sounds amazing on really anything at all. Kick drum, guitar cab, vocals, toms, strings. It's a really fun microphone. It has a cool roll-off. Okay, so now let's get into a very interesting range of ELECTROVOICE mics that I'm kind of obsessed with. This is a PL95. It's the poor man's DS35, which is a poor man's RE16 in my opinion. All of these microphones that look exactly the same are different. They're made in Buchanan, Michigan. They had a huge run of popularity, especially when Bruce Springsteen exclusively used the DS35 from 1980 to 1990. Lots of venues would have these on stage instead of 58s. And they were known for their proximity effect. The DS35 had an incredible proximity effect. The RE15 is the little brother to the RE16, which also looks identical. This is an RE16. And you guessed it, the DS35 looks identical other than the sticker. That's the only tell. The DS35 is the one with the really bass-heavy proximity effect that vocalists love on stage. I'm actually not a fan of it. Of all these mics, I prefer the RE16. So, surprise, surprise, the RE16 is my favorite microphone on this table. It would go RE16, ALTEC 654A, and then the AKG D24. Those are my three favorite dynamic. Oh, well, I can't just leave out the D25. Okay, so maybe the D25 is actually kind of king of them all. Actually, the D25 is second place behind the RE16, but wait till you hear the RE16. Ready? I'm going to jump right on it. This mic is just killer. It's hypercardioid, so it sounds fantastic on toms. In fact, if you mic up a whole drum set with RE16s, you're going to get some of the best drum sounds you ever got. You can do Led Zeppelin, Tame Impala, all kinds of great drum tones will come out of that. Moving on. And here's what a bad one sounds like. The diaphragms notoriously do go bad on these, just like the D19. Check. Yeah, this one not so good. I have one that's really bad. Listen to that. Really thin and tinny, like when a D19 goes bad or a D20. This one is mint new old stock. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, check. Here's another one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, check. Okay, so now the DS35 looks the same, but it's not. This one is the one that has a really great proximity effect. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, check. This one isn't as good as the other one I have. Let's try the other one. Jeremy Allen White used this one in his Bruce Springsteen biopic that I was the audio tech for. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, check. Yeah, a lot better, right? I can see why Bruce loved this mic. This is a really cool mic, especially for a loud, screaming, shouting rock and roller like him. This is just a really cool mic. Because it was known for its proximity effect, check this out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, check. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, check. Crazy, right? All right. Now, this mic was also used extensively in A Complete Unknown, Timothée Chalamet. You know what I don't like about this mic? You can hear the grill. It looks cool, sounds not so great. The 55S, one of the most iconic stage microphones of all time. All right, are we doing it? Are we getting into the AKGs? Ooh, it's about to get good. All right, nerds of the world unite. This is it. This is one of my favorite mics of all time. The AKG D24. There it is. Listen how smooth and silky this microphone is. Hot, too. Lots of gain. Great output. Has a roll-off. There you go. It's cutting the bottom end quite a bit. But yeah, this microphone is crazy cool. The Beatles loved it. I love it. You will love it. We all love it. Believe it or not, this mic is fetching a pretty penny now. There was a time when you could get these things for $100. Now they're about $800. All right, here we go. This is it. The D12. I also happen to have a D20 and a D25. Listen to the difference. All right. Wow. A lot more low end with the transformer, huh? Could be the diaphragm, I don't know. You know what's crazy? I paid $300 for this little pigtail, this cable from here to here. $300. This connector is total unobtainium. All right, a D25. These things are getting up there in price. The D30 is like twice as big, and that thing's going for like, I saw one for 10 grand the other day. This one's about 2,500, but yeah, these are incredible mics. Listen to the rejection on the back. Crazy, right? Anyway, I feel like that's a safe transition into Sennheiser, going from East Germany to West Germany. So this is the Sennheiser MD441, probably the coolest Sennheiser I have here on this table. The 441 is one of the most popular hypercardioid snare drum mics that you can get, but it's also known to just be a killer vocal microphone. I'll also mention that I paid $250 for this stupid clear mic clip after my boss broke the last one I had on a film I was recently working on. Everyone's 3D printing them now instead of buying them. I could keep pushing this clip towards the head of the mic and it will just eventually snap the sides off, which is what most people do when they're in a rush with these clips. And just because I love to play contrarian, listen to this ELECTROVOICE model 638, how different it sounds from that gorgeous MD441. Crazy. This microphone was also used in Timothy Chalamet's Marty Supreme. Oh, there's a few AKG mics I skipped. Listen how good this mic sounds. This is a great little mic, the D140E. Yes, this is the E version, being 200 ohms. A lot of these AKG mics are like 60 ohm, very, very strange impedance, but this is a really good sounding clear mic. And the AKG D130, you know how you can also tell a microphone by the handling noise? It gives you the sound of the barrel of the mic, the back of the diaphragm, and it really catches the mic with its pants down. It just sounds like a toy when you handle this mic. Right? You know what I mean? This is a special mic because I have all the original packaging. It came with a cardboard box, this really like mod cardboard box. The D190E, and actually a really cool microphone. It's got a really interesting mid-range, doesn't it? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, check. All right, now we're on to the Sennheisers. Okay, MD421. We got to talk about how great this mic is on vocals. Everyone's using them on toms and guitar cabs, but can I just tell you, next time you're looking for a unique sound and you're looking through all your obscure microphones, don't go any further than the MD421. I guarantee you it'll give you the sound you're looking for. This particular one is the 421HL, which is like a high frequency, which is like a high SPL version of the 421. This one has been modified though, so the transformer's been removed. Let me show you what a really good one sounds like. There we go. That's a good one. I have another white one around somewhere, but I don't know where I put it, and it sounds even better than these two, but I don't know where it went. Anyway, MD421, get you some. It's a lot more gain, but once you give it to it, hey, check 1, 2. Wow. 70 dB requirement on this mic. This is like a modern SM7. This is a model 676. I think Elvis or Jim Morrison or someone was, Jim Morrison loved this mic. It does sound really cool. I'm really curious to hear what you guys think about this mic. Let me give it even a little more gain. Watch this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, check. Testing. What do you think of that? Whoa! Look, what the heck? This mic requires very little, which is kind of crazy. All right, this is the RCA SALTSHAKER, the MI6206G. I use the word SALTSHAKER for all these old SALTSHAKER looking mics. This is also considered a SALTSHAKER, the ALTEC 660B, and this SALTSHAKER, the 633A. I gotta show you the way these mics sound. It's very interesting. If you're looking for mics with color, this is some colored sound right here. Check it out. All right, the ALTEC 660. Honestly, I mean, how good is that? That mic sounds freaking amazing. I love the proximity effect on this mic. He wants a little more gain too. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, check. There you go. The 660. That's a great mic. All right, it would be hard to put this in the clip, but this is the 633A. Guys love this mic. I remember in the 90s there was a huge resurgence where everyone loved this mic in the early 2000s. This mic was the hot ticket. That's because it was widely used in the 50s and 60s. In fact, there's a reference photo from the Bob Dylan biopic, A Complete Unknown, where Bob Dylan was actually singing into one of these in a RCA 77 DX yoke mount. And I happen to have that prototype right here. All right, you can hear it sounds quite different, doesn't it? Different diaphragm noise completely. So that would be what Bob Dylan was singing into at CBS Studios in 1961 and 62. They took an old radiator hose clamp and put it around an RCA 77 DX yoke, and that was the Dylan mic for much of the Freewheelin' Bob Dylan recordings. The ARGOME AR57 was a Japanese pill mic made to look like an RCA 44, shrunk down, and it sounds like absolute garbage. It is side address. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it is top address. It sounds like junk from side to top. Doesn't matter. I have two, don't ask me why. Here's the other piece of junk. Each mic can do something different, although I can't really think of a purpose unless I want like a lo-fi sound, but like really lo-fi where it has to sound bad. Let's do a couple Beyerdynamic mics. The MG201TG, one of the few mics I bought brand new from Sweetwater.com. I love this mic on hi-hats, actually. Look at that frequency chart right there. Very flat frequency response. You know what I love about this mic? Off axis, it sounds great. It's a very versatile mic. You could use this to make a record. If you only had this one microphone, you could make a record with this mic and put it on absolutely everything. It's really a good mic. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, check. All right, this is a very obscure Beyerdynamic. It's the M411 NT NT. And this mic actually sounds really cool. It gives you a cool little like telephone effect when you get off axis. And when you're right on it, it's really creamy. I kind of like this mic. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, check. All right, now we're going to get into some of these crazy OCTAVA and LOMO mics. I love these Russian, really these European mics. I've got some crazy other mics from Europe. The one that was broken I was trying to sing into here, it has the Russian Federation logo stamped into the body. A lot of these mics come from companies that were state-owned, like the Hungarian state-owned BEAG, otherwise known as EAG, which was a state-owned communist audio company that made broadcast consoles and microphones for the broadcast stations. They famously had a console that performed so poorly that the engineers tried to modify it, and the communist government said, if you modify the original topology, the original schematics of this console, you will be thrown in jail. So I'm currently coming to you live on a LOMO 82A12 II. Actually a pretty decent dynamic microphone. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I have two of them. Let's see if the other one sounds any different. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, check. It does sound a little different. This one's, I think the diaphragm's a little cleaner. I have these modified to XLR connectivity from their proprietary craziness by a guy in Russia, in Moscow. This is one of my favorite LOMO mics. It's called the 82A. And it was originally a broadcast mic. It actually sounds really cool on guitar cabinets. It does what a 57 does. It just sounds amazing. And it's a medium diaphragm moving coil dynamic mic. I liked it so much I hunted down another, and as you can hear, it does sound different. MA78s, OCTAVA microphones. They're not really known for the dynamic mics. These are really obscure. I've seen these with, instead of a black ring, I've seen them with a white ring around the side. I have two. Let's hear how the other one sounds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, check. And the other. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, check. Okay, and the famous D19. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, check. What is this thing? His master's voice. Whoa, let's see how this thing sounds. I forgot about this. Some of these old little desktop dictaphone microphones are really cool. Telefunken had a TD series that I used to modify the jacks to XLR and balance them, and they sound so cool. All right, our dictaphone microphone from his master's voice, which I believe was an RCA company. All right, this is the ND408. I'm always surprised how many people know this microphone. I love that the head is articulating. So if you have it on a tom or something, you can point down or wherever. These do sound great on toms. They sound great on overheads, great on guitar cabinets. Something to know about these is they are hypercardioid. They have a neodymium magnet, so they are very sensitive, and I think they sound great. They sound great from back here, and they sound great right up close. I was talking about the BEAG company earlier, and this is a BEAG 210, MD 210. And the thing about these microphones is that they sound great on guitar cabinets, small diaphragm dynamic microphone. I had these on my A Complete Unknown Gear video because we use these on Timothée Chalamet's vocals in one of the scenes, and they really actually surprisingly sound great. I love these things. Killer on guitar cabinets. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, check. I have two. Let's listen to the other. And these have been modified by my buddy in Moscow to have XLR connectivity. Most do not. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, check. All right, so this is an ELECTROVOICE 624. And what's cool about this mic is it's an original lavalier mic. I have a little rubber gasket that goes around the side that you tie around a rope around your neck, and it was the earliest lavalier mics back in the day. RCA pioneered the lavalier rope around your neck with the RCA BK6B that did very well all over America and all over the world. This was ELECTROVOICE's answer to that, and I don't think it sounds that bad. I just throw a nitric connector on the other end and we're good to go. You can use this in the studio on a number of things. I wanted to end on one of my favorite mics, the M69N. Just an incredible Beyerdynamic microphone. This mic blew my mind. There's only two microphones that have really just shocked me where I'm reeling on how good they sound because I wasn't expecting it. The first time I heard a vintage U67, I didn't know that you could get that kind of a presence, like you're in the room with the source, out of a microphone. My reissue U67, in my opinion, sounds nothing like the vintage 67s, unfortunately. But this mic is one of those mics that you just listen and you're like, what the heck? What am I listening to? It's so good. This is the Beyerdynamic M69. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, check. Wow. I have two of them. Let's listen to the other. Slightly older. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, check. I mean, that is a great mic. It does everything I want from a microphone. It's clear, it's punchy, detailed high end, thick, warm, gooey, tight mid-range, beefy, kick you in the butt low end. Everything's tight, everything's clear, everything's defined. It handles SPL great. It handles side address pretty well. It handles high SPL really well. The proximity effect is good. Handling noise is great. They're robust. They last. They're durable. I'm not a big fan of the Tuchel cable, but I tell you, I'll deal with it with this mic. It's a great mic. So the last mic comes in a brown bag from the 50s or 60s. I'm not even sure. It's never been opened. It's a military it's a dynamic microphone from the military, from Ludlow Corporation, Papers and Packing Division. This is their Class 2 dynamic microphone. This was to be used on the field. So here we go. I'd like to give this microphone away. I've never seen it. Look at this. I've never seen this microphone. I'd like to give it away though. Oh my gosh. Wow. I wish you could smell that. It smells like an old rubber boat. Oh, obscure connectivity. Wah, wah. So you know what? I'll convert it to XLR, and I'll be giving this away on my channel. Leave comments below which is your favorite. Make sure to leave your website. My channel is not about me. It's about the gear, but it's mostly about you. This channel is about the community. So leave your websites, push your product. I want to create an audio community on my channel. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Joshua Lutz. I'm completely legally, clinically insane. And I hope you enjoyed looking at some of my old dynamic mics together. Love you all. Peace and love.